Okay, I'm Matt Ladley on the U.S. Rookie Snowboard team. Check out Bryan Peters, the Gatorade Football Player of the Year of Colorado. For Colorado.
Bryan Peters, 6'2", 185 pounds, Gatorade Football Player of the Year, Colorado. Some of my stats this year were 2,500 yards passing with 31 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards rushing with 12 touchdowns. Last year, we won our second consecutive baseball title. I hit around 450 with 6 home runs and also was undefeated on the mound.
Bryan has chosen to play college baseball. He's an all-state football player. We love him in our basketball program because what sets him apart is his competitiveness. Bryan Peters is the most competitive athlete that I have coached in my career.
With all that playmaking ability, he has an uncanny amount of selflessness. He has the ability to always put the team in front of himself. He's fun to watch, I'll say that. He is extremely electric. I asked Bryan, Bryan, what would you like to do? Bryan's response to me, I don't want to come off the field, coach. And honestly, at times, we found ourselves having him on the field probably a little bit too much. You almost see the confidence of his teammates, lift as soon as they look behind and see that he's behind there or see that he's in the huddle. He has that kind of ability.
He's a very athletic kid. And I think just his versatility, how versatile he is as a person is what sets him apart. He won the Gatorade Football Player of the Year because of just the tremendous year he had. And just on numbers alone, I don't think you could pass up, giving him that award.
Well, what Bryan did to earn the Gatorade Award was, number one, lead his team beyond expectation and to come every night and just bring it with his competitive nature.
I became Gatorade Football Player of the Year because of all the people around me, all my teammates, coaches.
Check out my boy Bryan Peters, Gatorade Player of the Year. He loves that strawberry kiwi rain. That's what it's about.
Bryan's a very humble athlete. If you saw him on the street, you wouldn't even know who he was. He's not out there bragging. He keeps it on the field.
He has never, ever come out and said that he was better than anybody, and he would do anything to make the team win.
He's the kind of guy that's willing to take a back seat if need be and put people in front of himself. And so his selflessness to me, while attaining successes he has, is just awesome to see as a coach.
I feel like it's so important to give back to my community because the community has done so much for me and taught me so many things. I got involved with the Adopt a Family program. Every classroom in our school gets a family with a list of items on it that the family needs, and that's their Christmas presents. Seeing the faces of the families that got the gifts was just amazing. Here's a picture of my closest friends. I've been hanging out with them for as long as I can remember, and we're going to go hang out with them later.
I think he's been so successful because the boys you see around him right now, there's always been competition. We weren't friends, we're kind of like brothers, so we got that sibling rivalry, but it's not quite that, but we've always just competed with each other over everything. And one of the funniest things about Bryan, at least from my perspective, is that every time he tells a story, he says the word boom. So anytime there's a collision, we were running and boom, and then I turned around and fell and boom, and hit the ground, and then I got up and threw it, and then boom, the guy caught it. And it's so funny. We always get a good kick out of that one. Boom.
I think something I'll always remember about Petey, he's a great kid and great teammate, great brother.
Not only did Bryan Peters win the Gatorade Football Player of the Year for Colorado, but he was also presented with the Denver Post Golden Helmet Award during halftime of a Denver Broncos game, which recognizes the state's top football player.
Winning the Denver Post 2008 Golden Helmet Award was just ridiculous. All the people in the stands cheering for me and just being able to go on the field. This helmet is an actual football helmet. It's dipped in real gold, and this is the helmet that I received at halftime of the Denver Broncos game.
It made me so proud to be his father. To hear the cheers in the crowd, it was a phenomenal experience.
I'm just very proud of him that it wasn't just based on his sports, it was based on his citizenship and academics also. I was, I think, the proudest person out of the 70,000 people there.
I think the reason that Bryan chose baseball over football is I think that he got more attention in baseball earlier. You know, he had such a great season even as a sophomore in baseball. He can hit with power. He can hit with average. He can bunt when we need him to bunt. He's an outstanding defensive third baseman. He's 14-0 on the pitcher's mound. He does it all. He really does.
Nebraska was just an amazing school with great facilities and amazing coaches, and I felt that was the best fit for me. It was extremely difficult for me to choose baseball over football because either way I was going to lose a sport that I love, but all good things eventually have to come to an end. Trying to prepare myself mentally for the University of Nebraska, I'm just trying to get my body tuned up and ready for the college game because I know the speed is going to be a lot faster than high school. Big 12 baseball, watch out because here I come.